Do you plan out maybe in the future to sell some of the properties, or would you just hold on them for like long time?
Yeah, so usually the plan is so I kind of target properties that are for whatever reason not making the income they should. That's how I buy. You buy at
Mm,
a value.
mm,
So typically it takes anywhere from 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years to turn a property around from what it was doing when you bought it to what it should be doing or could be doing when you recognize that opportunity. That's kind of what my specialty is.
mm.
So ideally, and what I kind of underwrite to is I will purchase, spend the first however long it takes to get it repositioned and stabilized at the improved income levels. Then I'll either trigger. Usually, the plan is to trigger a refinance and pull that investor capital out, remove all that risk from the investors, and then kind of hold it for another 4 or 5 years, whatever makes sense according to the market.
Mm.
Sometimes it makes sense to sell at that point. It hasn't made sense for any of my properties to sell at that point. It just kind of depends on what the market is telling you. We've got this weird interest rate thing going on right now, so
Mm.
who knows? Who knows
Yeah,
in 4 months what the interest rate is going to look like and what the buying situation is going to look like. So having long-term debt is a very good thing right now. But basically the whole idea is to refinance within that first 3 years, return as much member capital that investment capital that everybody gave me in the beginning, return as much of that back, and now they have their ownership percentage in the property doesn't change at all.
oh nice.
So they still get the same return
Percent.
on everything. The only thing that changes is that preferred return is now based on whatever they have left in the deal. In my first deal, we in about 2.5 years in, we refinanced and returned 75% of the capital that had been invested. So now all my investors were only at risk for 25% of their original investment, and that's what I owe that preferred return on. Is that so that instead of that 100,000, now it's down to 25,000 that I owe that preferred
Nice.
return on. So once again, I get paid faster now, and that incentivizes me to return that money and remove that risk from the investors as soon as possible. Then it goes to the 70-30 split. Whenever I pay that lower preferred return now, uh, still 70 cents on every dollar goes to the investor anyway.
Mm.
So a lot of times what that does is I'll average in that particular property before the refinance, we averaged about 8% cash on cash return to the investors over the 2.5 years. Well, we'll call it 3 years. And then once I return that 75% of their original money, now their cash on cash returns averaging about 25%, just because I'm paying that same amount of money, but they have so much less exposure to the deal that now they have so little cash in there that it's a huge return.